Hello, my name is Sekit, and we are playing FTB Revelation. And we're going to start today. We're still working on emeralds. We tried a couple things, some on camera, some off, and we're just going to need to get some villagers. That'd be tricky to get them over here, unless we use a mob imprisonment device. And for that, we're going to need a couple of things. Most important of which are a latex processing unit. And whoops, we will also need, oh, this doesn't really show that, does it? We're going to want a bunch of these tree fluid extractors. Let me make some more gears. What these will allow us to do is get latex out of logs. And you get a good amount, at least in other versions of the game you do. We don't need to power them, I don't think, but they do go quite a bit faster if you do. We're going to turn them so that this sort of active looking end is facing out, right? And then we're just going to want any type of, it's wood, of course. And what these things will do is slowly devour this stuff and make it into latex. You see we're getting a little bit here already. And what we're going to do is we're going to pipe all of that stuff straight into one of these latex processing units. Whoop, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Pop it down right here. We'll run these pipes all across. We will need more than one servo, but one is what I had just then. Ignore it, and we should get, oh, we need water in here too, that's right. So we'll just take some of the water coming in from the accumulator over there in the corner and pipe it out to the processing unit, and then we should be good to go. Let's see. Yep, that's good. And it does need more latex, but we'll get these other pipes hooked up. Now we're talking. We'll slowly get these pieces of tiny dry rubber. And what you do with them is you, I think you craft them in a 3x3. I can play Minecraft. There we go, into dry rubber. And we smelt this up into plastic. Is it raw plastic or plastic sheets? I think it's plastic sheets. But plastic, okay. We're gonna need 4 of those. And here it is. And a gas tier for 1 mob imprisonment tool. We don't have any gas tiers, so we're gonna have to go hunting. Now we got a jetpack, so it'll be pretty easy to kill with looting, but we do have to worry about picking up the tiers themselves. So we're going to go ahead and make a ring of magnetization from Botania. We're going to need 8 mana steel and just a couple other things. Here's the first 4. We should be scanning all the different parts. We'll make the magnetization lens. And we'll make the ring itself. There is a more powerful version of it, but this is the one we can make right now. What do we got to go into our baubles inventory. And you can't, oh, you can click them in. Isn't that friendly? I didn't think you were able to do that. Anyway, now, I hope, well, maybe that's different because we threw it. Let's see. Doesn't really seem to be magnetizing. Let's try not throwing a block. Let's try breaking one. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's exactly what we're looking for. Here one. Be around here somewhere. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Nice. I think 6 is a good number. These don't stack, so Be aware of that. Let's see who's in the neighborhood. A cartographer. So I picked him up with shift right click. You can pick up most mobs just with right click, but these guys, if you right click, you'll just get their trading GUI. Not the greatest haul, but better than none. We just need some villagers. So we have Jam Guy. We have... Okay, we have one librarian. That's cool. We got 8. We got an arborist. I'll get the other ones in here. Cartographer. Butcher. And a cleric. So, could be worse. So let's see here. Where's that cleric? Jam Guy. Cleric down here. Cleric down here. Flesh we have. Now we can get an emerald for that. And will that unlock additional? Yes, it will unlock additional trades. Okay. So we'll trade this again. Right? See if that unlocks anything. Nah. We'll just go ahead and trade as much as we can with them. There's plenty more rotten flesh where this came from. Let's see. Now that's all there is so far. Let's see if we can't level them up by doing one of the other trades. Like if we traded for a little lapis here. I'm going to give you sparklies? Yeah. Okay, that must be how that works. Wonderful. Ender pearls are what we need, folks. First thing I want to do with those emeralds is make a waystone. And so we're going to use up the ender pearls. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. We just need... We could use grapes, apparently. We got grapes. Okay. Maybe we can just use those grapes as dye. That'd be cool. So we found one waystone back in a village. We grabbed it and brought it back here, but you really need 2. They're a fast travel mechanic and go back and forth between the 2. And now that we've got a second one, we're going to go look for another village. Now we found another village and actually has a waystone. So we can, let's actually break it so that we can rename it. We're going to call it Northern Village. Now sometimes these cost the experience too. Yeah, this will cost us 3 levels. So we'll want to use these sparingly. It's not like we don't have access to a zombie spawner or anything, but we'll be able to go back and forth quite easily, and that's good. So now that we got all that together, we can finally move on to Vibrant Alloy and the powered spawner for the bone meal we're going to need to advance with our bees. We got the nuggets, we got the alloy, we can do these in the alloy smelter? Yes. Now another thing we're going to need is electrical steel. This isn't so bad. We just need silicon and steel. We got all that. Finally, we're going to need some iron alloy. It looks like we got a couple choices. I think I'd like to use the silver. That's zinc. Let's get a silver here instead. Very good. I think we should have it. Yeah. Very cool. Now what we're supposed to do, if I understand properly, is take it to an anvil and combine with a powered spawner. We definitely want skeletons, so let's jog over here. cost 16. Okay. Now the first thing we want to think about is a structure for all this, because I have a feeling we're going to need to get in underneath it. And I think what we're going to want is 11 by 15. Now what we're going to want is skeletons coming to us right here in the middle. We're going to want their feet right here. Now we're going to want to drop them in here from a height at the top of this block so that they're not stumbling over each other's heads. Now we're going to need to move these skeletons around, so we're going to teach this thing how to make some conveyor belts. Let's get the right kind of plastic here. Whoops, that's not how we wanted to do that. Try that again. There we go. What you do with these things, you see these little arrows, that's the direction that they'll send stuff and entities like mobs and players in, and we're just going to set up a whole bunch of them. And then along this side, they're going to come this way. So that all roads lead to this little hole here. Now we're going to put our spawner up to so that the skeletons fall, and they shouldn't get caught on that. It should be high enough. Now let's see here. Oh, come on. I want to land on it. Do I need anything besides, oh, we need a capacitor. Okay, okay. The range by default, oh, that's tall. That's quite tall. That's taller than I expected. I'm glad we did that. I don't know much about the powered spawner. Just in case it needs to be dark, we're going to make the dark glass from extra utilities 2. We'll have to do it over here. We're looking to make recipes. So a little bit of squid ink, a little bit that's a processing. So let's go ahead. Thickened glass is just this sandy glass, which is just sand and glass. It's really not too difficult to make. And we already got that one. We need a recipe for this. Wonderful. Now we got our dark glass, and what this stuff is, it's very similar. It's basically the same thing as what is it, tinted glass in vanilla now? The glass that you make with amethyst that doesn't let light through? Same idea. Now we're going to go ahead and run some power. I think a leadstone will be fine. We'll go up one more. We'll have this power cell beyond the ceiling. Right? And we'll okay, it's already set to extract down here. Now this block needs a capacitor. We have one left. I don't know if it's gonna just start like spawning skeletons or like what it's gonna do. Yeah, okay. Okay, we will want it to be at least covered in here for the skeleton's sake, but it doesn't need to be dark. So now that we have all the bone meal we'll ever need, we're gonna make a bunch of growth medium, and we're definitely gonna scan it. Now we're gonna need an incubator to use this growth medium in. Reinforced casing. Okay, we're gonna need some bronze. We'll just make 10 of that. And the reinforced casing is easy enough. It's just iron. Now the circuit boards, we're gonna need a carpenter for, some more bronze. Okay, we'll program the recipe in. Oh, one extra bronze, I guess. There we go. There we go. One incubator. Now this block is going to need water as well, so we're going to pop another aqueous accumulator right down here and put the incubator on top of everything. Now with growth medium in here, I hope we're going to, yeah, okay, we're starting to get this liquid growth medium. We'll use this to make bacteria in another incubator. Pop another incubator down. Let's get it ready to go. All right. So we'll throw some wheat in here, and we should start getting bacteria. And now with yet another incubator, we can put some sugar in here, and I think get ourselves some enzymes, maybe? Yep, very good. Next machine we're going to need is an isolator. And this will allow us to start taking traits off of bees, including their species, which is going to be really useful. So we don't have to keep, like, for instance, breeding cultivated queens over and over again. That's really going to help us out. Now there are a few new things. One of which is the enzymes themselves. And another of which are these integrated circuit boards. It's just lapis and glowstone and the enhanced circuit boards that we've already made. Where did they go? This doesn't like these for some reason. Okay. That is our isolator. Wonderful. Now, the last thing we're going to need for this portion of the show are blank sequences, and we'll make a couple of them. So let's fix to, is that already? Yeah, okay, fine. So we'll take enzymes, right? Blank sequence. Got enzymes, we got blank sequences. Let's go get some bees. All right, we got 4 sequences. Let's give it 4 cultivated bees. And I guess this will slowly truck along. Don't know how much power it uses, probably a ton. Well, seems to be keeping up. Next thing on the menu is a sequencer. It's all familiar parts except for this stuff, which is just dye and glowstone. It's no big deal. We're gonna make a good amount of it. I think we're gonna need it. Pop this. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Pop this down right here. Okay, we've got one. So let's go ahead and sequence it. We'll need this dye, and we'll find out what it is. Oh, that's so cool. And this is stressing our power, so we may have to think about yet improved power sources. Now, to actually use this stuff, we'll have to fill it with bDNA from a polymerizer, but we're starting to run a little long, so that's going to have to wait until another time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.